My name is Valerie Schlegel. I'm from the University of Arizona, and I am presenting today on women's representation in archaeology. So in my presentation today, I will be discussing the role of women in the field of archaeology by looking at women working as dig directors. I became interested in looking at gender roles in archaeology after excavating at Tel Abel Beit Macha in Israel in its first field season in 2013. I became involved in this specific project with Dr. Nakai when Dr. Nakai asked if I would like to help her with her research into this subject. I would like to thank Dr. Nakai for allowing me to present my work to you today. I have been focusing on how often women have served as directors in archaeological excavations. Why does this matter? Why should we be concerned about how frequently women are dig directors? Historically, as is well known, women have been vastly underrepresented in archaeology, a career that was initially viewed as a man's field. By now, there are more women working in the field of archaeology in all capacities, including as dig directors. This is important because it means that not only that women are working in the field, but also that they are in leadership positions. However, their numbers are nowhere meet the standard of parity that one hopes for. It's important to emphasize that the research I am presenting today focuses only on excavations affiliated with ASOR's Committee on Archaeological Research and Policy. CAP is a sector of ASOR that supports excavations in the Middle East and Eastern Mediterranean by establishing ethical standards for practices for excavation and research. This slide shows a map of the countries in which there are or have been CAP-affiliated excavations. ASOR's list of CAP excavations was made available to Professor Nakai by ASOR archivist Cynthia Rufo. Preliminary compilation was done by Abby Alper in the Boston office. The data was then organized by Dr. Nakai before being made available to me. Sen Labankia, outgoing chair of CAP, and CAP Assistant Director Jeff Hudson provided me with the most recent records in their file. The CAP files list each CAP-affiliated excavation by country and includes directors and/or co-directors. The earliest data was from 1967, which may have been the year in which CAP was founded. The only CAP-affiliated excavation listed was Hesbon in Jordan. The first female co-director appeared in 1971, Anita Walker at Idalion in Cyprus. The first female director was in 1976, Robin Brown at Iraq Al-Amir in Jordan. The numbers have improved somewhat since then. This table shows the number of male and female directors in each country for CAP's first 4 decades. No women have led CAP-affiliated excavations in Greece, Egypt, Iraq, Israel, Palestine, Syria, Tunisia, or Yemen, each of which countries have had fewer than 10 CAP-affiliated excavations. As you can see, there are many more male dig directors than female directors. Even in Jordan and Israel, which have the highest number of CAP-affiliated excavations, there's quite a contrast between the number of male directors and the number of women directors. This table provides the percentages of male and female directors by country for 1967 through 2006, illuminating the contrast between male and female directors. Israel had the highest percentage of female directors, followed by Cyprus and Turkey, and then Jordan. It is startling to see that only 18% of CAP-affiliated excavations between 1967 and 2006 had women directors. In many countries, 100% of the directors were men. In the past decade, the number of CAP-affiliated digs has grown. In 2001, for example, there were 77 projects if one includes both field and publication stages, and there has been progress in attaining parity in the number of male and female directors. Even in countries with 3 or less CAP-affiliated excavations, such as Bahrain, Syria, Turkey, and the Palestinian Authority, both men and women direct digs. In those countries with the most CAP-affiliated excavations, Israel and Jordan, there is still not parity between male and female dig directors, but there has been some improvement. It is exciting that in 2014, 33% of CAP-affiliated excavations in Israel were directed or co-directed by had women, and in Jordan, the number is up to 40%, and overall, the percent of women dig directors has risen to 33%. It has been surprisingly difficult to obtain and organize this data. There is, for example, none for 1969 nor for 2007 to 2009. In addition, much of the information, at least until the last few years, has been disorganized and remains incomplete. For example, until recently, publication projects were not distinguished from active field projects. The research presented today is just the beginning of a larger project relating to women engaged in archaeological fieldwork. I'm currently working to refine the CAP data in order to distinguish between field and publication projects in order to more accurately determine how often women serve as field directors. Another project is to expand our data beyond CAP-affiliated excavations, as Jenny Ebling has done in her brief report on female excavation directors in Israel. Such research is essential to determine the extent of women's participation in archaeological field projects throughout the Middle East and the Mediterranean basin. My work on this project is one component of my undergraduate honors thesis, which looks at the history of women in the field of archaeology. For me, the subject is important because it not only highlights the historic lack of gender parity and gender equality, but also because it offers opportunities to consider how we can address these problems. I hope to be part of transforming the field of archaeology into an equal playing field for everyone who loves it. Thank you.